working on that classified documents case. And Todd, great to have you here, especially with the news that Jack Smith is now filing an appeal to what Judge Cannon decided on Monday to try to get this, to throw this case out. Do you believe that this will stand on appeal, or do you think Judge Cannon will be overturned?
Oh, I think it's going to stand on appeal for sure. I mean, the 11th Circuit, which is the court's going to hear it, there's no precedent, there's no case that's ever appeared in front of them consistent with this. And Judge Cannon's opinion, 93 pages, consistent with the law, consistent with the legislative history. It's a really beautifully accurate, well-written decision. We have no fear in front of the 11th Circuit. I think the 11th Circuit's going to affirm Judge Cannon, and then we'll see what happens after that.
So when Donald Trump was in office, when he was president, the 11th Circuit did face a case like this with Robert Mueller as special counsel, and they upheld his appointment. So why do you think that they'll rule differently now?
Well, that was the D.C. Circuit. So the D.C. Circuit ruled in a different way than the 11th Circuit. Judge Cannon is not bound by the D.C. Circuit, and the 11th Circuit is not bound by the D.C. Circuit. And if you look at Judge Cannon's opinion, all 93 pages of it, and you can compare that and stack it up against the other opinions that are out there, we're very confident that the 11th Circuit's going to affirm, and if it goes to the Supreme Court, that the Supreme Court will affirm as well.
But there are a lot of U.S. attorneys that are not Senate confirmed. So I think some people may look at this and say, well, why does the special counsel have to be?
Well, that's not true. There aren't a lot of U.S. attorneys who are not.
There are multiple U.S. attorneys who are not Senate confirmed.
No, absolutely. That's not true. There's a process that happens when there's a U.S. attorney vacancy, and you can be acting for a while, and then the judges of that district actually make you the U.S. attorney. It's nothing like what Jack Smith. It's not a situation where the attorney general just says, hey, you're a private citizen, and you can come and you can sign indictments, and you can prosecute people, and you can take away somebody's liberty. You can take away the president of the United States' liberty. That's nothing like a U.S. attorney who's temporarily appointed, and then the judges actually ultimately approve them if the Senate does not.
So the big question here is whether or not your team plans to use this decision by Judge Cannon to try to get the case in D.C. dismissed, the election interference case. Do you plan to do so, and if so, when?
Look, that case is still stayed. We're looking into what the best things to do about that case. As you know, Judge Chutkan and the special counsel have a lot to deal with the immunity decision. And so whether we're going to make a motion under the appointments clause, we're still thinking through that. We don't know yet.
But why would you think through it? If you believe that Jack Smith cannot be in his position as special counsel because he wasn't picked by the president and he wasn't confirmed by the Senate, why would you not argue that in Washington?
Well, because there's a D.C. Circuit case that has come out the other way. So in theory, Judge Chutkan is bound by that decision. Judge Cannon was not bound by that decision. So, and I'm not saying we're not going to do it. We're looking into it. Look, these cases should not have been charged, period. And any way we can get them dismissed. The Cannon case, that's dismissed, it's gone. The case in D.C. should be gone as well. And if it's immunity, if it's the appointments clause, we're going to get that case dismissed as well, but we're still looking into it strategically.
Todd Blanche, you are here on the convention floor. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Jake, back to you.
Thank you, Caitlin. The divisions among Democratic elected officials over President Biden remaining at the top of the